It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Heather and Vera with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Today we are talking about the holidays.
Oh,
We just came down from, actually, how rude of me. I'm steamrolling you again.
It's okay.
Hi, Vera.
Just kidding. I was trying to sing some background music, really, was what I was trying to do.
I did hear a little bit of that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
I know, it was quite lovely.
But how are you doing? We just came off of Halloween and we're, heading quickly into Thanksgiving. How are you maneuvering?
And Luke's birthday is right around Thanksgiving too, so that always makes it hectic.
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm not a huge Halloween person, unlike some people, so I don't usually dress up. And now that Luke is almost 16, thankfully, I don't have to stress out about making him a costume or buying him a costume or whatever. That was always stressful when he was littler. Now I just buy a pile of candy and put it out on the doorstep with a sign on it that says "Boo Take Two," so I don't have to answer the door.
Wait,
so yeah,
you don't even hand out candy?
Nope. I leave it out there for them though.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know. See, but then I feel guilty. I look at my neighbors; they have all these cool Halloween decorations, and then they put out, big pumpkins for Thanksgiving, and I just don't do any of that. And then Christmas, the only thing that I do is we put up a tree. And again, I'm the one in the house who does most of the decorating, and and a couple little things around, and then a wreath up front, and that's it. What?
Your tree is massive.
We always buy a fresh one every year, and we buy a big, huge one. So yeah. But then again, I look at other people and they're like, oh, I have to put out all of my Christmas china. And I'm like, man, I suck.
Yeah. We need to talk to somebody that does all the hoopla, because for me, granted, we've only had a child this is our second Halloween, but Brad's like, we're going to have to do family costumes next year. I'm like, no.
Oh no, you can dress up like the Incredibles.
I go, no. I mean, good for those people that do that, but until Baker requests that of us, it's not happening. Yeah. It is not happening here. I don't like Halloween. I don't like dressing up. But I grew up in New Orleans, so we had Mardi Gras, which was you dress up in Mardi Gras, for Mardi Gras and for the parades. And so that was my dress up time. And for Halloween, I dialed it in. I was like, I'll put this on because I want candy.
Well, and you have a huge sweet tooth too, so I could see that as a motivator for sure.
Yeah, but that was the only thing. And it was like this cheap plastic thing with that, cheap plastic mask with pinholes out for the eyes.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah, those were colored trash bags.
Yes. And basically a trash bag over your head too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I didn't have one because my parents refused to spend the money on it, so I always had to make my own costume.
That's good.
And, luckily I was a pretty creative kid, so I used to make stuff up. But so I just, but I feel guilty. I just went to Cotton Colors here in Tallahassee. It's a home goods place where they have platters and really cute soap dispensers, and it's adorable stuff. And then they have a platter, it says Happy Everything, and I went ahead and bought one, and it's really cute, and it's got Velcro on it, and you can put these ceramic things on them for different holidays. So I got a turkey leg for Thanksgiving, or a Christmas tree for Christmas. So I got some of those things, but that's really going all out for me. But again, I feel guilty. And then, the moms that always bring stuff to school for school parties, and, donuts for the kids and cupcakes for the whole class when it's their kid's birthday. I don't do that. Does that make me a bad mom?
No, not at all. Because I am not a big Halloween's not my thing. Thanksgiving, I could take it or leave it. It's just nice to be around people versus I don't go decorating. I'd just much rather be around my friends and family and eat and be thankful versus stuff up. But Christmas is my go-to.
Yeah.
We have Halloween Brad's birthday, Thanksgiving, my birthday, Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
We have a lot. And usually my birthday, like his birthday falls right around Thanksgiving. Like I think this year his is the day before Thanksgiving. And
right. Yeah, because his birthday's right around the same time as Luke's birthday.
And my birthday is always Christmas holiday parties. So we kind of both get jolted on the birthday thing, but we're not talking about birthdays. Anyways, we're talking about holidays.
Yeah.
So, but Christmas is where I go out. Like I get a fresh, new tree that I cut down. Although there is something that I saw somewhere, I think it was on Shark Tank, where they wanted to give out live trees in like pots and just take it back so you're not cutting down trees. And I was like, that's a really great idea. I want in on that.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking for that solution because I don't want to cut down trees all the time, but I'll do it. I do it because I love it. I love the smell.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. So I do the tree. I do indoor. I don't like puke it, but I do indoor decorations. We don't do outdoor decorations because, like I've mentioned before, our house is 1925 and has no outdoor outlets.
Yeah.
So, we cannot plug anything in. So we have solar lights that we put up, and it's very minimal because they're expensive, and they're not really that great. So.
Well, that's what Luke would be like, how come we don't decorate our house like some of the neighbors do? I was like, because we don't want to take it down now, do we? Do we want to be the ones to take it down? No.
Yeah, totally. Not
that shut him up pretty well, actually. I was like, if you want to be the one to take it down, that's fine. But I don't climb around on ladders and taking that stuff down.
Yeah, and sometimes the understated is better. Like I like the just single lines that outline the outside of the house versus, rows and rows and rows and rows of and
inflatables
and pads.
I remember the first time that I saw somebody with that inflatable stuff, on those big inflatable things in their yard. But it was during the day. You know how during the day people don't blow them up, they keep them on. So I drove by this house and I was like, why do they have all of these like piles of fabric all over their lawn? I couldn't figure out what was going on until later at night when I drove by. I was like, oh, that's a blow up Santa and a blow up Rudolph. Oh, that's what that stuff was.
Yeah. I don't like the holidays. I'm like Christmas time is my favorite for sure. But also we don't go overboard in gifts. Like we've never gone overboard on gifts.
See, I talk to some people and they're like, yeah, I spent about $1,000 this year. I was like, I don't spend that much.
No, I like $20 is my max for people. Yeah. And that's always what it is because I'm not rich. Like I don't have all this money to be spending. I would love to, but I just don't. I don't have that money. And like sometimes I feel bad because some of my friends give better gifts than I do. And it sucks and I hate it. I feel really bad. I feel bad when people give me gifts that are really nice and I only spend $20 because that's all I can afford.
Well, you know, honestly, some of my favorite gifts from you were like the scarves that you made me.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like you made it, so it's like, oh, my friend made this, and I don't know, I love them, so I don't think it's the thought that counts.
I know. I just honestly, I stopped giving gifts to. Like, I had a conversation. He was like, let's not do gifts anymore because, like, let's just give it, focus on the kids and giving them stuff because. I would rather see them happy than me get something because what it winds up being is you just give somebody something because you want to give it, you want to give them something, but it's not super thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, throwaway. That's what I call it, throwaway gift. Or
it sucks because it's like
gifting it or something,
Especially if people don't give you ideas.
Yeah, that too. That's
hard because what I like may not necessarily be what you like.
Exactly. Well, I kind of like what I've started to do with my closer friends is, like, I'll just say, like, me and Camille, we're like, let's just not do gifts. And then every once in a while, she'll send me something or I'll send her something that I see. Yeah. And it may not even be Christmas time. And I'll just, and send it to her because I'm like, I just saw this and thought of you. You had to have it. So, Merry Christmas birthday, even though it's February. And
I would much rather do that.
Yeah, because then it's fun. Because, when you see something and you're like, oh my God, Heather would love that. I've got to get it for her. And then you get excited. It's like fun. So rather than Christmas time when you're running around trying to, spend $20 on everybody, and you're like, ugh, I don't know.
Yeah. And I also want to make sure that, like, for me, I want to instill in Baker that he doesn't get everything. Like as a child, I didn't get everything I wanted. That's me. I had that Sears catalog that, you know,
you could circle everything. The Toys R Us, the big book of toys.
My family made us write out a list, like write the name of the thing, how much it costs, what page it's on. I'm pretty sure now looking back on it, it was just so we would like get out of their hair for a while.
Smart.
But I would have like a notebook and it was full. And you know how many, I would not get that many off there, but I wanted everything, but I didn't get it. But I want him to know too that you don't always get everything you want.
Yes.
And 2 or 3 gifts, that's what we're going to be giving you. And that's it.
Yeah. You know? Well, that's what I do with Luke, especially, you know, the older they get, the more expensive the toys get, you know, like you start getting into electronics and everything. And with Luke now, I'll say, okay, I'll get you one big thing, you know, like one expensive thing, like an Xbox or, you know, whatever. And then you get little stuff, but I can't get you 2 or 3 big expensive pieces of electronics. It's just not going to happen. Like 1 year it was the hoverboard. He wanted this. I was like, okay, I'll get you the hoverboard. And then the little gifts are still, he still has something fun to open. That's a surprise, you know? So we do that. And then, and when he was littler, of course, again, things were cheaper because it's little kid toys, but I tried not to overdo it because you don't want them to be too materialistic.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that was the kind of stuff that I would do with him. And we also, when he would complain about not getting everything he wanted, we used to sing that Rolling Stones song to him. You know, you can't always get what you want.
Oh, yeah. I know. That's good. I'm gonna put that in the reserve.
You get what you need. So you play that.
Yes. Done.
And you're exposing him to good classic rock. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to hear what our listeners have to say because I want to hear what you do. Like, what's your experience? Are you one of the minimalists? Are you one of the people that like just smothers their kids in toys and loves watching them open everything? Or are you somewhere in between? What
decorate like a bonanza of decorations or what?
Yeah, like are you the Griswolds or are you like Scrooge?
The Grinch.
And do you have any routines or any family
traditions? Yeah,
think of the word traditions. Routines, traditions, same things.
Yeah.
Do you have any traditions that you just live and die by and your kids love it or that's something it has been passed down to you from your parents, you're passing it down? I want to hear those because now's the time for me. I need to either set them in place now or never.
Yeah. And like fun little quirky things. I'm trying to think of some stuff that we used to do. Well, my parents always used to make fondue on Christmas Eve.
Huh.
I was a child of the 70s. Yeah. So fondue, but it was fun because when you're a little kid, it was kind of a fun thing to do. So, and again, it kept us entertained and not too focused on opening presents.
Yeah, I kind of want something weird.
Yeah.
Give me weird.
Yeah. They also used to give us a shot of peppermint schnapps. And I think, again, that was so that we would sleep looking at it was our little, like in the little teeny tiny little glass. And then, we'd sip on it.
Nice.
Yeah. And again, I think it wasn't because there was something special. It was because they wanted to knock our butts out.
Totally. Well, give us your story and you can look us up on Facebook at I Can't Mom Today. You can find us on Instagram at I Can't Mom Today Podcast. And you can also email us at ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Messenger as well. We will be more than happy to post for you if you don't want to post. You want to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
But definitely give us that stuff, especially for me. I need help. I need some good traditions. Help me,
man. Fondue, dude. It's groovy.
I don't have to fry fondue stuff and things. All right, I can't wait to hear your advice for me, and maybe you'll get some for yourself.
Yay! Till next time.
Yes. Till next time. Have a great day.